Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for the newcomers. That video is a video response, right of response to a lady who came yesterday to bully me and insult me on my YouTube channel. She intentionally came to insult me in 2 of my videos. First I thought maybe I should just leave it like that, but I realized that no, because bullying someone and insulting someone there's no right for that. Okay, there is one thing not to agree with someone position, and I have people in that channel in some of my videos who do not agree with what I say, and when they say that, they make their point on it. But that woman, she came to intentionally insult me and bully me. Okay, because it's too easy for people now to use the keyboard behind the screen, hiding behind the screen, and coming to insult others who actually have at least the courage to use the phone and talk about or denunciation or what is happening in their countries or about the community. So she's here, and yeah, I have her here. It's interesting because I think it's important to respond to someone like that so that she will never do that again to other people. Her name is Janet's daughter. She came on my video where I said the colonizers are not always responsible of the poverty in Africa. I don't know what I say wrong. I don't know what I say wrong, and really, many Africans today are saying the same thing. But that woman personally came to my video and posted, suspect, counterintelligence, check for AI. She makes no sense. Fear driving what little one can understand from whatever she's talking about concerning Gabon. So I think I suspect also, because she is suspect, I imagine or I assume maybe she's from Gabon, and I will not be surprised about that because the mentality is a challenge there. It's a real challenge. Yeah, you know how you have people who have their way to think, and it's difficult. Against emotion, but speaking emotionally. Yeah, I'm coming little by little. Take the Eurasian weave out of first. That boring metaphor works in Black America too. That over and over and over repeating the same thing, expecting a different result. I'm asking where you really born there. Lady Janet's daughter, I will respond to you. Okay? I know where I come from. I know my story, and I have a blog, and I told people about the story of my parents when I explained to them my tribe, where I come from, my clan, from my mother's side, from my father's side, from my grandparents. Okay, and I'm very proud of where I'm coming from. So when you say I should take my weave out first, you know, it's stupid what you say. I'm sorry to say that. I will tell you why. It looks like what you say doesn't make any sense. I will tell you why. When I hear you, because I believe you are maybe an Afro nappy style natural, but being natural and not being natural, not being Afro nappy, doesn't make me less, okay, than any other women. Do you understand? 2, you don't know all the control around this decision of doing it. And I'll explain to you a little bit, because it's not about that. Because so far, you haven't fight me, you haven't talked to me about the fact I'm talking in the video. You are attacking me, my person. Because after that, she has another comment when she say this woman is disturbed. It was about my video about is the problem racism only or rejection of Black African. Okay, so it looks me, what I think is she didn't watch everything. She just came and she intentionally came to attack me personally. I don't know where she's from. Maybe she's from Gabon, which I will not be surprised, just by the mentality and the mindset. I will not be surprised at all. Miss Janet Doctor, understand that if sometimes we put weave, it's not because it's a decision. I mean, it's a personal decision, okay? I live in a city where there is almost no Black people and African, and finding how do you say that? And finding a hair braiding salon is extremely expensive. You go from $300 to sometimes $500. I'm a single mom, and I do, how do you say, I favor, and I do what is more important for me is my son's needs. Okay, I will look for an alternative which is easy and faster for me, because going to hair braiding salons of African women, usually people usually complain about how they are treated, because I've been there and I'm not surprised when people are saying the same thing, and like you, having a way to always belittle the other African women, or the other Black women, because there are many Black Americans who complain about how African women are behaving in hair braiding salon when you go to do your braid. I braid my hair when I go back home. It's affordable for me, but in America, I don't see why I'm going to spend $500 just for a few weeks hair on my head. No, I don't see. I favor and I privilege the needs of my son. I save money for his summer, for his activity for the summer, okay? So I will be braiding my hair eventually when I will have time, but I privilege my son's need first, because I'm a single mom. And I'm single mom for now by choice, okay? Now, if you want to say that because I have weave and I have no right to talk about African situation, it's a fake argument, and it's really stupid. This is the lowest, okay, argument I've ever heard. Because right here, I will prove to you that what you say doesn't make any sense. I have here a woman that I admire so much, Dr. Arikana Shiombori Kao. She's medical doctor and former permanent representative of the African Union to the United States. My sister talked to me about her when my sister was working at the World Bank at the time in Washington, D.C. And Dr. Arikana came for a presentation about, I don't know what. And later on, I saw Dr. Arikana in video, and she's very pertinent. She's one of the voices in Africa who denounce the situation of the colonized mindset of Africans. But Dr. Arikana, to me, doesn't look like she has nappy afro hair style. Okay, so what I mean by that is like you are focusing on the appearance, and you are focusing where the situation is not there. I am Black, I'm proudly Black, and for financial reason, I don't know why you come to people to ask them to do, because you want to humiliate me. That's the point of your comment. It was coming to humiliate me. It tells a lot about your personality. It tells a lot about you. Okay? If you are Afro hairstyle, I really don't care. I really don't care. Everybody is not, every Black woman, we don't have gift to style the Afro hairstyle. For once for all, you, natural Afro, nappy, African, or whatever black women you are, understand that every black woman, we don't have the gift to style and the time to style the natural hair black Afro. Okay? And to do natural hair black Afro in countries like that, it's expensive. Okay, when you are single mom, your focus is your child or your children. Okay, so I don't know why you are going to judge me and tell me I don't have anyone, because I've met also many Afro, natural, black African women who have nothing in their head. So when you talk to them, there is nothing interesting. We talk about important situation of a country. What I am doesn't remove my background. Every time when I go back home, I proudly braid my hair. I proudly go to my villages. Every time I'm going back home, and I know my village perfectly. I know my culture perfectly. It doesn't make me any less than you. Okay, that's one thing I want to make sure. I show you a woman who is one of the voice in Africa, talking and denouncing the mindset of colonized Africans. Okay, and that is Dr. Hikana. She's not nappy hair. She's not Afro style. And two, in Afro people, we have different type of hair, and there are hair that are not easy to always comb every time. Okay, you have black women who have hair that is easy to comb, easy and fast. There are those who are not in the same family, and you know that black people can have different type of hair in the same, coming from the same parent sometimes. Okay, now I think I respond to you. My more important focus now is my son, and I want gonna go in hair salon or African who will cheat on your hair. Sometimes they braid big in the middle and they braid small, and you pay $300 to $500. Okay, no, I'm not. Now let's go to another comment you made, because if you don't know who Dr. Aikana is, I ask you to just do your research. But she's not Afro, she's not nappy like you. Now you can't, now that I address it, you say against emotion but speaking emotionally. Okay, against emotion, speaking emotionally. When I talk about emotion, in most of the thing I explain with African situation, is decision making under emotion, decision that will impact generation to come. Okay, if I discuss a situation like your country, I think maybe you come from Gabon, which doesn't make any sense. And when you read article or one of the greatest economists like Dr. George Aite, who have proven that in 1993, the same situation that they are living in 2025 in Gabon doesn't make any sense. Yes, it can drive you crazy to realize that people do not want to see the change in a way, or are okay to live for decades the same nonsense. Okay, and the thing is, what I put usually in my video, I put always pictures of fact or what I'm talking about. Okay, and from Dr. Aite, who is one of the greatest economics African from Ghana, who wrote this article in Los Angeles Times newspaper or political magazine or newspaper, it shows. I don't think that Los Angeles Times will agree to print any type of article. Okay, so what he has said, it was proven right, because later on again in 2025 you are going to the same situation, water, electricity, in a country that has one of the highest GDP in Africa. What did I say was wrong in it? You have a GDP, and I put on purpose all the picture with the information and the statistics, and I also compare from Nigeria to Gabon, your country, I guess, because you say there is nothing wrong in Gabon. I don't know where you are living. You are probably in another world. I don't know where you are living. I don't know. you are very disconnected from the reality and you live in a bubble, I guess, if you are from Gabon, of course. You have Nigeria. I took Nigeria as an example to compare because Nigeria is one of the giants in Africa, okay? But Gabon, your small country, is 9 times the GDP of Nigeria, okay? But with a small population, with a higher GDP than Nigeria, you are not even close to what Nigeria has built. That doesn't shock you at all. What you come to insult me because you still don't see the problem. You still don't see the problem, the picture. You talk about my emotion. Yes, of course. If I'm talking about something, I'm passionate about the situation because I've seen in Gabon how people live. If it doesn't affect you, it's one thing because I know people have this capacity to be polarized. I don't know, to remove their sense of compassion because it is known that most of the time people have a lack of compassion and are really greedy. Okay, so if that doesn't make you feel comfortable or whatever, I invite you, because you didn't attack me on the fact I say. You attack my person, and that's why I believe that you have no real argument. Okay, now if you have real argument, I invite you to come to the channel on Friday. We can have a live, we can debate. Okay, my width, as you say, doesn't make me any less, okay, than you. It's a circumstance. It's for a time. Yeah, I will eventually break my hair, but I will do it later. You don't impose me. You don't impose me to be. That's the problem I have with your movement of Napi, because you have no tolerance. You understand nothing. You don't understand that some women do not have time, or some women don't have the patience. You know how many hair products I have because I was trying to follow this, to bandwagon this movement.